Hey guys, hope everyone's doing well. I wanted to take a few minutes and show you some of the ins and outs of your new ASUS. Originally we had planned to do a little bit of training on the Teachers Institute Day that was scheduled for the end of March. Since that didn't work out, I thought we would just do it this way instead. This is a lengthy tutorial, but I hope everybody finds this useful. So the very first thing I'm going to show you how to do is how to wirelessly display, or AirPlay as you may commonly know it as, from your new device. You'll want to press the F8 key on your keyboard. When you do that, this little project box will pop up on your computer. You'll want to choose Duplicate. You'll then want to choose Connect to a wireless display. This is going to search for the displays that are in the building. Currently I have one that I've set up and not installed yet. We'll go ahead and use it. You're then going to see a PIN number that first time you connect from your computer. This is just to prevent somebody from accidentally connecting to the wrong display. We're going to enter that PIN. It takes a few seconds on that first go. You are now mirroring your screen. Just click on anywhere on your desktop. That box will go away. If you don't want to see this bar at the top, click the little pen. And you're now casting. If you want to stop casting, you can again press F8, or you can just hover up at the very top with your mouse, click Disconnect. And now I'm going to show you how to install the Microsoft Store. This is an application that you might find useful. It is the Apple App Store or Google Play Store for your new ASUS computer. To install the Microsoft Store, you'll want to browse to the update package that we have made available on the sid5.com website. That will start the download. Depending on your internet speed, it may take a little bit of time. The important thing here is once this finishes downloading, do not click on it. Just leave it like that. Go ahead and minimize your browser. Click on your Start button. You'll want to click on this little Documents icon. And you'll want to come over here and click on the Downloads folder. You'll want to right-click on this Microsoft Store file that we just downloaded. Click Extract. Then click Extract again. You can go ahead and minimize that other one if it's in the way. This very top file, Add Store, you're going to want to right-click on it and run with administrative privileges. So we're going to click Run as Administrator. You might see this box that says Windows is going to protect your PC because this file is not something that is typically downloaded from the internet. You're just going to want to click More Info, which will then reveal this Run Anyway box. Click it. Then you will notice this little blue and yellow shield down on the taskbar. This is going to ask for your administrative username and password. Keep in mind, anytime that you see a box that looks like this, it's always asking for your own username and your own password. You're going to want to enter a backslash and then your username. It's important that you do not enter your password on this screen the first time. After you've entered your username, just hit enter or click yes. This box will repopulate and the username will have been replaced with local admin. So at this point you can go ahead, enter your password. That's going to allow the application to run with administrative privileges. You'll then see a screen that may look similar to this. You may not see any of those red markings. This is just telling you that it is adding different packages to your computer. Once this is complete, you can just go ahead and close that window out. Now you can come down here to your Start menu. This is a Smart Start menu, as Windows calls it. You can just start typing. And then that will bring up the Microsoft Store. The first thing I would recommend you get is called Game Bar. The Game Bar allows you to take screenshots of your computer and do screen recording similar to what we're doing here. Go ahead and click Install. If you do not have a Microsoft account, you can just click Create One and you can use your SID5 email address. I have an old Hotmail account already set up. I will just go ahead and use that. So once that program has installed the Microsoft Game Bar, to utilize this, you would hold down on the Windows key, which is down in the bottom left corner of your keyboard between Alt and Function, and then press the G as in Game. That will bring up a window that looks similar to this. You can take screenshots, you can do screen recordings, you can do screen recordings with audio, several other cool little things you can kind of tick through and play with there. Another great program I would recommend that you download is called Camera, or the Camera app. Windows Camera. This allows you also to do recordings. Whenever you're installing applications from the Windows Marketplace or Windows Store, it will never ask you for your administrative username and password. So it's a little quicker versus downloading software from the internet. While that's downloading, I'm going to show you another great program that you might be interested in. It's called Photos. It's a program that will allow you to thumb through photos quickly. So if you have a folder full of photos, it's very similar to Mac OS's version of the Photo Finder app or iCloud Photos. Feel free to download and install anything from here. One thing I would recommend that you do is just search the term Microsoft. These are all great apps that Microsoft has put together that are not included in your computer because you are running Windows Enterprise Edition. But now that you have installed the Microsoft Store, you will have access to all of those great programs. Now I'll show you how to adjust various settings on your computer. You want to click on the Start button, click on this little settings cog. This will open up all of your settings. If you want to change your display, just type the word display. Sometimes just typing the word is the easiest way to get there. You can go through here and click. You can also go to personalization and get there too. If you don't like the size of your screen, you can come here and click it. I'm going to change mine. Gives me a little bit more room on the desktop if I have a lot of files or if I want to have more space for my windows. It does make everything a little bit smaller. If you want to adjust your sound level, your volume, your microphone, you can also use the keyboard. F1 mutes your device, F2 will turn the volume down, F3 will turn it up. You can also adjust your tablet mode settings. If you enable tablet mode when you flip your device around into that, it will remove a bunch of the buttons, makes it a little easier to navigate. You may also want to adjust your trackpad if you are having troubles getting used to it. There's several different things. One common complaint is that if you seem to have heavy fingers on the trackpad, sometimes you're dragging windows around when you're just trying to move the mouse. This setting right here, tap twice to drag, sometimes it is helpful to disable that. If you come down here a little further, you'll have some more settings for your gestures. This is a multi-gesture trackpad. 2 fingers, 3 fingers, 4 fingers, each one will do something different. Currently it will be set so that if you're using 3 fingers and you can drag back and forth, you can push up with 3 fingers. It will show you all your desktops. It'll show you what you had going on earlier in the day. Kind of gives you a little history running list you can scroll through. If you swipe left and right, it just shows you the different windows that are currently open. Kind of gives you a quick way to switch between them. And you can adjust all of that in here. Your pen and Windows ink, if you have not received a stylus yet, they are trickling in slowly. I have a few that have come in this past week. I will be placing them in your classrooms on your desk. You can come in here and choose if you're left-handed. The device is adaptive based on how you rest your hand on it so that you don't get markups somewhere that you don't want them. There's some other settings in here. Your font weight can be set so that your lines are thicker. You can also set on the pens. Our pens do not have this eraser button, but they do have 2 buttons down on the bottom, and you can set what those do down in here. Again, this is the settings screen. Lots of different things you can do in here. You can personalize your device, set your backgrounds, your colors, your screensavers, different things like that. You do not have to worry about updating your device. Your device runs, as stated before, the Windows Enterprise Edition. As such, Microsoft does not push out feature updates to your device. You only get security updates, so you do not have to worry about any updates. A gaming bar that we talked about, you can come in here and kind of adjust those settings too. If you don't like the shortcuts that are set there, you just click in the box and hold down on the different key combinations that you want, and that will change it. You can also set where those captured files end up. Currently they'll go into your videos/captures folder, which is accessible by clicking on the start menu, documents, videos, captures. You can also set some limits, some audio qualities, lots of different things here. For those of you who do not have a smartboard, you might find PDF files and OneNote to be of great use. With the ability to use the Windows Ink feature while casting your device to your projector, you are able to do live markups directly from your computer. To get started, you'll want to make sure your worksheet or other files are in a PDF format. Google Chrome browser has a built-in PDF creation utility that is easy to use if you are downloading worksheets from the internet. To get started, open Chrome browser and search for or load your worksheet. Click the Print button and choose Save as PDF. Now click on the Start button and search for OneNote. Next, click Insert, File Printout, and select your PDF file. You can drag on the bottom right corner of your file to fill the screen. And then tap Draw. From here I can choose my line thickness and my color. Now I can start drawing directly on my worksheet while it is projecting to the class. OneNote has several other features available that we'll cover in a future episode. Last thing I'm going to show you how to do is how to set up Windows Hello. With Windows Hello you can use a combination of your password, you can have a 6-digit PIN code, or you can use the fingerprint reader. These are also all found in that settings screen. Just type the word hello. It's going to show all these different options. You can set up your fingerprint or your PIN code. A PIN code is just a 6-digit code. That doesn't mean that you can forget about your password altogether. You'll still need that password if you're installing software that you download directly from the internet and not from the Microsoft Store. Also, when your computer has been completely shut down, not just the lid closed, but an actual shutdown or a restart, you have to type your password in. But if you want to set up a PIN number for quicker access, just click Add. It's going to ask you for your password to your device. Now it'll ask you for that PIN number. It has to be 6 digits. It can be more, but it has to be a minimum of 6. Set up your fingerprint reader, just click Setup, click Get Started. It's going to ask you for that PIN number that you just created. Now it's going to ask you to touch the fingerprint sensor. The fingerprint sensor is that small square at the top right side of your trackpad. You just gently rest your finger on there. You're not actually clicking, you're just gently resting your finger. Now it's going to ask you to try another angle. So you're going to rotate your hand a little bit, and continue rotating it as you put your finger on there. This is a smart sensor, so it's going to make sure that you're actually moving your finger. You can add multiple fingers. If you want to add another, if you want to change your pen, you come right back into this screen. Again, we got there by going to the Settings cog on the Start menu and type the word hello. Once your fingerprint has been added and a pen has been enabled, when you're on a login screen, if it's asking for your password, you can just simply rest your finger on the fingerprint reader, or you can just type your PIN number in.